The number 7 playoff performance of all time. Peyton Manning's first playoff win.
So it's 2003. Peyton Manning's back in the playoffs for the 4th time. He's 0-3 up to this point. His previous playoff game was the year before in 2002. He loses 41-0 to the Jets.
Manning intercepted. This has been an absolute embarrassment.
You don't want to show your face anywhere when you get down with this one.
Peyton Manning, for all of his greatness in the regular season, had come up short in the postseason year after year after year, and some bad ones.
Boy, this is a tough one.
99, when they had the home field advantage against the Titans in the divisional round. He just looked awful in January.
He had so many playoff failures. He could never seem to win when it mattered.
That just about does it.
I don't think people believed in him.
See, so he throw the ball, he want to get rid of it. He don't want to hold it.
All the whispers are starting. Peyton Manning can't win the big game.
If we think pressure on Andy Dalton is bad now with can't win playoff games,
It's tough.
quadruple it, and that was what it was for Peyton Manning.
Stay poised the whole game. Let's get it. We got to have it. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
So what does Peyton Manning do? He has one of the greatest playoff performances by a quarterback, arguably in NFL history.
Manning under center. 7 in the box right now as Peyton back to throw. Lost it down the middle. Stokes has got it. 20. Whoa, doctor.
He just took over, 5 touchdowns, just kind of shredded Denver. And then you're like, all right, it's on. Like, settle in, and here we go.
In January, he broke through against a decent team and was basically perfect.
Peerless Peyton didn't hold back against the Broncos. He threw for nearly 400 yards with only 4 incompletions, achieving a perfect passer rating and statistically the best playoff performance of his career.
87 yards, 1 play, and who's the MVP? You better believe it. Peyton Manning's 4th touchdown pass. What a throw.
I'm telling you, he is white hot.
You could almost see the smoke coming out of his ears. He was just so dialed in. It was as good a performance by a quarterback as you'll see in a playoff game, in any game.
So for him to go from nothing to perfect is remarkable. It's like a batter hitting the Mendoza line, 200, and then suddenly goes 4 for 4 with 4 home runs.
The first 4 possessions of the game, he threw for a touchdown.
And the perfection continues for Peyton Manning.
To have a game like that, that made him look like he could do it finally, like people could believe in him. It put all the doubters to bed.
Boy, you look it up at that scoreboard, 41 points, and it kind of gives you a chill for a second.
Yeah, this is quite a comeback from a year ago.
You'd think, well, okay, now the pressure's off Manning. All it did was make the critics shift to complaining that, well, now Manning can't beat the Patriots. Now Manning can't reach the Super Bowl, and he ultimately proved everybody wrong. It just took him a little longer than the critics wanted.
It's the launch of Peyton Manning's playoff career and success, but it can't be higher because it's an early season playoff game. The later we go is how we have to elevate those performances.
And so while that was a very important performance for Peyton's career, it was against an okay Denver team. It wasn't exactly this great, dramatic, competitive game. Is it a top 10 performance? Absolutely. But I understand why it's kind of towards the back end of the list.